Hello, you must be aware by this time that ICSE has sent the revised portion for the next year. That is for your 2021 board exam. So please visit the ICSE website and find the revised portion for the next year. There has been changes in the English literature. Geography I have not yet checked. You checked whether it is the same portion or something reduced. However, today we are beginning to another very important chapter, uh, agriculture in India. India is necessarily a country who is very much dependent on agriculture. So we will discuss in detail about the agriculture in India. So agriculture in India is a quite important matter that we have to discuss today. So importance of agriculture in India. First of all, it is the backbone of India's economy because it's the main source of food and fodder. India, it is a country which has got plenty of people. We are the second largest population of the world. So we need plenty of food and of course for our animals, fodder, and all these things we depend on agriculture. Uh, it supplies the raw materials for the agro-based industries, and it helps to boost up other industries like tractors, harvesters, chemical fertilizers, pesticides, whichever things which are associated with agriculture. Now, some of the characteristics of the Indian agriculture. It depends on purely on the monsoon, which is uncertain, irregular, and unevenly distributed. So from the first line you can understand, therefore our agriculture is quite often is disturbed. Quite often it is disturbed. Therefore irrigation is very much needed to meet the need for better agriculture. India's large size. India is a large country, is a varied climate, and soil conditions are boon to a variety of crops. So different type of crops are cultivated, or it is possible to cultivate in India. India produces more food crops to feed the large nation. Till now, it is agro-based is called crops, means cash crops are comparatively less. We need a lot of food crops, so the country has to give emphasis on the food crops. Small and fragmented land holdings are quite common, which is not a very good sign. A lot of subsistence types of food crops are grown here. That means the food which is food crops which is produced, it is consumed by the family or the common society, not for much of selling in the market or for any kind of export. India has mainly three type of crop seasons. One is called the Kharif. Dear children, you should know this. Kharif, Rabi and Jayad. These are the three main seasons. So Kharif, it is normally we say it is actually the summer crops from June to October. The main crops are rice, maize, cotton, etc. Then we have after the summer crop called the winter crop called Rabi crops, that is from November to April, and the main crops are wheat, gram, tobacco, etc. And Zayad, just after the winter means Rabi crop, before the Kharif crop, there is a little span of time, mostly the month of April and May. Around this time, the Indian people, the farmers grow lots of seasonal fruits and vegetables. Before we proceed or we go for the details discussion about the Indian agriculture, let's have some basic concepts. Green Revolution. It is not the first time in India. Green Revolution actually started in some other countries. However, it has been very helpful and very much active in India. The Green Revolution is the great increase in the production of food grains such as rice and wheat due to the introduction of high yielding varieties of seeds, pesticides, fertilizers, and better management techniques. In India, Dr. M.S. Swaminathan is called the father of Green Revolution. The Green Revolution is very prominent in these three main states, Punjab, Haryana, and Uttar Pradesh. Now, we have some problems of Indian agriculture. First problem is lots of people are there in India. Excessive pressure of population on our land. It depends on the monsoon rainfall, and that monsoon rainfall is not reliable. It is unreliable, seasonal, and unequally distributed. Soil erosion is another problem. Soil erosion is another problem. Soil erosion due to heavy rainfall at some places. There is a small size of the land holdings. There are still many petty farmers, means small farmers whose lands are very small, and due to which cannot adapt modern means and mechanized farmings, because these farmers are quite poor in adapting or in managing to have modern technologies and means. Indian agriculture suffers from low productivity. It is all because understood that modern technology or Indian agriculture is very much depending on the rainfall. So therefore, if there is rainfall is less, then there is some problem. So some way or other, Indian agriculture suffers from low productivity, the low, not the high yielding seeds capacity, etc., etc. There is still a problem called the finance. The presently our government is trying very much to stand beside the farmers. However, by and large, Indian agriculture is suffering from the problem of finance supply, as most of the farmers are very poor and they don't have enough means to support the modern methods of farming. Now we shall discuss in details the various methods, the types of agriculture that is actually being practiced in India. A very famous name called the shifting agriculture. Now what is this shifting agriculture? It is done by clearing the forests by either cutting or burning for raising crops. That means a piece of land where there is forest, the forest is cleared by two methods, by either cutting it up, chopping it up, or burning it for raising crops. The various features of the shifting agriculture. First of all, it is a primitive method. Secondly, forests are cleared, as we said, either by burning or by cutting. Thirdly, the fertility of land is, when it is exhausted, the farmer, they move to other land, they leave it. It is known as slash and burn method. Slash is cutting, burn is burning. Important crops which are grown in these types of agriculture, they are mainly millets, dry paddy and maize, etc. These are mostly practiced in the northeast or Himalayan hilly regions. This has different names in different parts of India. This is also very much known, or is famous to known as Jhuming or Jhum. Jhuming or Jhum in Assam, Ponam in Kerala, and Podu in Andhra Pradesh. The second type of agriculture which is also very much practiced in India is known as the subsistence farming or agriculture. Now what is this for subsistence farming? In this type of agriculture, The crops are grown for the local consumption, not for selling in the market. Okay, most of the time the family itself, or it is sold in the local market, not for the big huge export market. It is done, some of the features are, it is done in a small or fragmented land holdings. Primitive method of farming is utilized. Family members work on the farm, mostly done manually. No machinery, no modern technology. Low productivity. Crops produced mainly for the family consumption. Some of the major crops in this method of agriculture are rice, wheat, pulses, and oil seeds. The third type of method of agriculture is known as intensive agriculture. It is a commercial mode of agriculture. Commercial means it is mainly for marketing. This is a commercial mode, mainly for marketing, and is mostly done in the densely populated regions where the availability of cultivable land is limited, but due to use of modern techniques and means, the cultivation gets good amount of yield. Some features: small size of farming lands are there, more than one crop is cultivated. Scientific methods are used for higher yields. That's a very important feature. Scientific methods are used for higher yields. Cultivation is done with great expenses and energy. The main crops are rice, wheat, etc. The fourth type of agriculture is known as extensive. Extensive. The name extensive itself gives you a definition. That means it is done in a large scale. So it is a non-commercial mode of agriculture, mostly done in the sparsely populated regions where the availability of cultivable land is abundant. This type of farming is done in a large scale. There is shortage of labor. Machinery and modern means of technology is used. Highly capital expenses, lots of capital is invested. Yield per hectare is quite low, but the overall growth of crops makes surpluses. When the fertility of the soil is exhausted, the land is left for following. Following means you leave the land and not cultivate for 1 year, so that naturally it regains its fertility. The topsoil gets back its fertility. The main crops which are grown here: rice, wheat, and vegetables.
Tut.
The fifth type of agriculture which is practiced in India is known as commercial agriculture. In this method, crops are mainly grown for the marketing purpose. It is opposite of subsistence farming. Subsistence farming, agriculture is done, mainly the crops are grown for the family or the local consumption. Now, the basic features of the commercial agriculture. Crops are mainly grown for sale. This is the main point to be noted. It's mainly for sale. It is done in a large scale. Mechanized farming or the use of machines and technologies practiced. It is normally done in the sparsely populated regions. Usual crops which are grown in this method or type of agriculture, they are rubber, coffee, coconut, plantains means banana, tea, etc. The sixth type of agriculture in India is the plantation agriculture. Now, in this type of farming, a single cash crop is grown for marketing. A single cash crop is grown for marketing. The basic or some of the important features of this type of plantation agriculture is or are: vast extensive estates are required. That means the agriculturable land is quite vast, huge. Large capital investment is needed, so capital is also quite lot. Modern means and technology is also used. Mainly, this point is very important. One particular type of crop is grown for export. Skilled laborers are required. Not anybody can work here. People who work in this type of plantation agriculture, they are trained, they are skilled, and the main crops grown here in this type of agriculture are tea, coffee, rubber, etc. The last type of method or type of agriculture which is practiced in India is known as called mixed farming. The word mixed itself will give you the definition what type of agriculture it is. It involves the growing of crops and raising of animals in the same farm. Both the work go simultaneously. Besides cultivation, other type of occupations such as cattle rearing, poultry farming, then dairy farming are also practiced here. The basic features of this type of farming or agriculture are: crops are cultivated along with raising animals. Two or more crops are cultivated. It ensures steady income for the farmers, because if the agriculture fails or doesn't give much income, then the farmers can depend on raising animals for their income. So one goes wrong, the other may go right. So this is how the mixed farming is done. Nowadays the mixed farming is becoming quite popular in India in the rural sector. So with this, today we close to today's session, the agriculture of India in general. In the next coming classes, we will be discussing about in particular the agriculture of India, the cash crops and the food crops. So all the best, children. Stay home, stay well. May God bless you.